Launching on the stream. And remember to press the go live button on the other one. We've remembered. And it now says end stream in big red letters. Do we like to see? What does that mean down at the bottom? Time elapsed. Oh, now. Oh, I guess that means that now we're actually talking on that one. Oh, I tell you what I need to do. How are you all doing, by the way? You're wonderful. Purely unapologetically great. Why is my mouth like that? Why is your face like that? I'm reminded of that line in oh, what was it called? Heartstoppers? With the sister. I think it was with his sister. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Me mumbling about nonsense. What I want to understand is why is my mouth always closed? Why? Why is it closed? I'm sure the microphone isn't in the way. No, it's not the microphone. Life. I had a faffing around with V-Bridger. And yeah. Do I need to take that up? Mouth is open, mouth is closed. I don't know why that doesn't work. It always seems to kind of work quite well when I'm not streaming. I sit there and go, oh yes, that all works perfectly well. That's wonderful. And then I come on here and it's like, oh, it's not really working at all. No. And there was this setting which is like, oh, let it pick up the audio, and you're like, oh, maybe that will make it open up more effectively. And because it's like in say even in like V-Bridger, you can see the mouth opening and closing and all that kind of thing. That's all perfectly fine. It's just it's just I don't know. Maybe it's because I've sat up a bit. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe that's why. You've managed to come on here and all you've heard. I don't know why that's not doing what I thought it would be doing. I kind of think I need to get a new slime. I feel like I need a new model. I've been doing this long enough that I could probably justify a new model. Anyway. All chat, not just top chat. And then I think I need to go on to Twitch. And replace the oh look, there's lots and lots of little things on what's it called? Twitch Prime. Oh look, you can get Fallout 2. I need my mouth to be really, really wide open in order for it to be like, oh look, your mouth is open. Who knows? It's just gonna bug me forever, like everything else. This is definitely gonna be one of those videos where I'm gonna have a section on I have to remember to put in a stop for when I stop rambling, aren't I? I'm definitely gonna have to remember that. Where am I? Dungeon Slime, that's me. I want to go to create a dashboard. Sounds about right. I mean, I need to go to one day I'll get this all right and I'll be spot on and it'll be great. Yeah, edit stream info. There we go. We're no longer creating a troop in Fading Suns. We're playing Star Trek Captain's Log. USS Penrose. So yes, we're going to be playing Captain's Log today. which is the solo Star Trek RPG. I've already got a character, and as you can already guess, I've already got a spaceship, the USS Penrose. I'm pretty sure I made this ship several weeks ago, but then never got around to running it. Another tag? Probably Star Trek, right? Star Trek. Captain. I wonder if I've got one in there. If anyone's Captain's log? No. Oh, no. Various one. There you go. Done. So, close that. We don't need that open. Yeah, so I hope everyone's doing well. We're going to play Star Trek. It's going to be great. Everything's going to be... And look, we're currently on the bridge of an Excelsior class starship. The reason, of course, is that where's the right one? This one? Yes. Is that the Penrose is a Excelsior refit Mark II, as so. So she's a command ship, improved warp drive, improved impulse drive, advanced sensor suites, and advanced research facilities. We're mostly going to be jaunting around Federation space, I expect, and kind of like staying mostly where it's safe because we're kind of an older ship. Why on earth doesn't my mouth work? Why? Delilah. Or maybe it's because I was faffing around with faffing about with some settings in here, and possibly face up, face down, face lean, eyes open, eye smile, eye X, mouth open. I think that needs to be a far lower number, 0.1. Hello. Hello. How are we doing? Are we all fine? Maybe a bit lower, 0.07. Okay, maybe that's better. That's probably better. Is that better? We'll find out. We'll sit here watching this for a while, and we'll be like, no, that was far worse. Nothing's helping. So that's for ship, right? The USS Excelsior. We're kind of setting this around early kind of TNG era, right? We're kind of a bridging era. But I mean, we see Excelsior refits in like the Dominion War, so you know they've got quite a service life on them. And our captain is going to be Captain Hovo. They're an Orion. They're a commanding officer. Their main attributes are around control and daring, and they managed to get really kind of like even numbers in what's it called? The other fitness stats, right? Attributes: fitness, insight, presence, and reason are all 9. So that's nice and well balanced, I suppose. So that's good. That's a very good thing. They are their career events were betrayed ideals for a superior and required to take command. Equipment standard, and then let's bring it over here. And then focuses diagnostic, lead by example, linguistics, oratory, decisive leadership, and inspiration. Willing to sacrifice myself to save the crew. We are all connected despite being worlds apart. I finish what I start, and seeking to find myself far from home are their values. So, you know, kind of stock for a captain. And again, controlling, daring. So not much presence, but they are an Orion. But in this, you don't have talents. So, you know, that's what we make of it, isn't it? Now, I'm going to be mixing and matching, as always, because I'm going to be mixing and matching with Mythic 2nd edition, because I like Mythic 2nd edition. I think it's good. We've got this little picture of, so there's this this thing. There's a wee kind of like a Starfleet Command campaign summary that you can purchase. Where did I purchase it from? I probably bought it off of itch.io. But I ended up printing it out on A4. They were like, oh, you can print it out in A5 and keep it in the book. But I can't read it. It's too small. My eyes, old person eyes, not very good at reading. You see, that's what the eyes are. So yeah, and we are, of course, once again, we've got the old. That's the wrong one. No, that's the right one. Oh, it's at the wrong level. There we go. No. There we go. Tops. So there we are, an Excelsior class starship. And then we need... what else do we need? Oh, well, we need to plan what our first adventure is, right? Adventure. Episode 1. Episode 1. Create a new page. So, let's get ourselves some random tables. Start by rolling on the mission table, matrix 257. So that's the next page. Mission type. So we roll a d20 for the mission type, and then we roll for the actual mission. And I'm about to sneeze. Yep, definitely sneezing. That was quite a sneeze. Sneezing was achieving. So, right, let's roll. 13. Political. Okay. Political. Another D20. What kind of political? Oh, you can't see because you're on the wrong screen. There you go. Now you're on the right screen. 5 on political. Enforce Federation law. Interesting. Political, enforce Federation. I'm really tired today as well. But, good news. Good news. I might have myself I should probably, if we go back to the big thingy. So I got this Excelsior class ship from down there in the bottom right-hand corner. I was looking for something just quickly before this. I haven't checked for the purchasing rights or anything like that. But I think that basically they've got a 3D bridge for one of those 3D bridge command games. Can you get an Excelsior class in Star Trek Bridge Commander? The old one, not the new one. I'm still not happy about how little 0.05? Do I just have a really small mouth? I don't think that's the case at all. My mouth is quite large. So we'll see. We'll see if that helps. I mean, definitely what will help is if I pick up a model that has more mouth range, I suppose. I just need to stop seeing the little picture of me in the corner. But you can't help it because I keep on going back to check to see whether or not anyone said anything. Right. Anyway, political enforce Federation law. That's interesting as a starting point. So that's step 1. Ow. So start by rolling mission type. Come back here. Hello. We've rolled the mission type. Next, roll on the specific type matrix. Yes, we've done that. Roll an incident 267 and a theme 267 combined to form an inciting incident. So 267 is where we want to go. So incident 9, medicate, and theme crater, political Enforce Federation law. Medicate crater. So the whole point of doing lots of these is to become better at ad-libbing off of prompts or the weird and crazy things that players like to do. So yeah, that's an option, eh? Sometimes, okay. Okay, well then, what do we do? Create an inciting incident based off of medicate and crater. Can I make an what? Medicate's just a bit of a rubbish starter. In fact, so is crater. I don't understand. I don't understand what I could ever do with those two. I mean, investigate a crater, maybe? Get creative on how you interpret results. See Chapter 5, page 181 for more on inciting incidents. Sometimes you wonder whether or not they actually try to make things out of some of the results that we'd get. 181, inciting incidents. So we're going to 101, storytelling. Getting started. Inciting incidents. Sylvan rolls the incident theme save and quarantine zone. That's easy. That's an easy one to make an adventure out of. Save, quarantine zone, particularly if you've got something interesting as your mission type. So, I mean, useless inciting incident for you there. That's obvious. So many obvious options that we could pick for save, and literally anywhere, right? Save's a great starter. Medicate a crater. I don't get it. Sylvan rolls a d20 to determine advantage and complication. They roll a 4, which is an even number, which means Sylvan can roll an advantage. They roll a 2, surplus components. Sylvan imagines with the ship, blah, 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 blah. Pair the verb-noun combination to start imagining what story conflict will be. Nothing. I don't get anything from medicate a crater. That's useless. Let's re-roll. Uh-oh. That's gone. 15, though. No, we only take the number if it's in the thing. 2. Build. 14. Salvageable wreck. And enforce Federation law. Incident. Build. How's building an incident? I'm not very good at this. This is probably the part of the entire thing that I enjoy the least. I should probably have done it off stream, because then I would just look like I was a professional and know what I was doing. Build salvageable wreck. Okay, I think I've got one for that, right? The salvageable wreck is the remains of a Federation starship, and the build, it is being turned into a casino. It's being taken. It's being taken by some Ferengi. Taken by Ferengi to build a casino. One second. I've got a fan going over here, and it's really, really engaged in going, is what it is. Oh. It's more that it's kind of visually annoying, right? I wouldn't have minded the fan part, but there's where I just put down the record book thing. It kept on blowing the page up, and I was like, "Oh, that's annoying." And every time I did it, it got more annoying. So that's what they're trying to just steal this spaceship, right? Right. Well, medicate crater. Now I'm thinking about it, could have been drugs in a crater. Drugs were discovered in a crater on a core Federation world. I don't know what other like colonies there are, to be frank. They just crop up as required. So if we go back to that first one, right? If we go, so remains of a Federation, starship is one option, and we have crater of a destroyed shuttle, discovering controlled contraband, right? So that could be a second option. Now, after me moaning, I've managed to come up with something. See, that's why we're all here together, so that we can muddle through on these prompts. So okay, cool. So this is the other funny thing in here. So I got this deck plan. It's got a BT internet email address. I don't know if BT internet email address works anymore. Like just as a thing. I think that the BT internet domain is gone. But I'm not sure. I just think that it might have been. So, right. Okay, that's that. Next. We got a couple there. We got better at it. D20 to generate a starting advantage, even results, or a complication, odd results. So let's roll for... let's roll. 2, that's even, so we get an advantage. Where's the table? It's not told me where the table is. Thanks. Something I always appreciate is not knowing what the table is. Stop moaning. Stop moaning, Dungeon Slime. All you do is complain. Right, let's roll a D20. It's 9. Advantages, an ancient discovery. Investigating the planet or phenomena reveals an ancient relic or piece of technology that can help the crew with their mission. No. 12. Redundant systems. A little used auxiliary system or spare piece of internal biology helps ease a situation. Okay. After rolling the incident theme, or for the encounter, roll a d20 on an even number between... Okay. So we've got a redundant system. Fine. Redundant system. So I kind of presume that's when the crew went down to do the little bit of investigation on the planet in the crater, they had filters that stopped them from being infected by whatever the drugs were, right? Filtration system for the away team that kept them safe from the drugs. Okay. 6. Add even more excitement to your inciting incident by rolling on the encounters table, page 70. Okay. D20. 15. Subspace. Subspace. D20. 17. A rupture into fluidic space appears. That's something that's going to happen. A rupture into fluidic space appears. Let's just put a little thing there. So that's something that can happen, I don't know, when it sounds like it's going to be exciting. All right, next. As needed, generate people, places, and things you may encounter during this mission using various probability matrices. Write your opening captain's log and start and launch your adventures. Okay. So, captain's log. What we need is a star date generator. That's what we need. New window. Star date generator. Calculator. Star date calculator. Oh, this calculator was too complicated for me to. Well, I don't mean that calculator which wasn't very good. Stardate K. When was the first episode of TNG Stardate? Encounter at Farpoint was Stardate. They're not going to tell me, are they? Reception, media. Stardate, Memory Alpha. Right. TNG era. There we go. Ultimately have a TNG encounter at Farpoint. What? Was assigned. This was changed to 41153 on the air, consistent with the description. Honestly, why would we ever use these numbering systems? Star dates from the first season sometimes decrease with time. In one notable example, Tasha Yar's death occurs in 416013, in which she was alive with the episode Greater. It was 41997. Yeah, okay. I think the long and short of it is at this point in time, star dates nonsense. By the sixth season, consecutively had replaced unevenly from the above quote, consistent with the lack of decreasing star dates in later seasons. Right. Not this again. Me rabbit holing, sidetracking all the way. I tell you. So 41153.7. Well, let's just go. So we want to be earlier than then, right? So, what year was it supposed to be? 24th century. Yeah, what year, computer? I really wish they wouldn't try and explain the star date to me. Just stop it. I don't understand. No one understands because it's nonsense. They're just numbers randomly made up. Uneven. Yeah, shut up. Tell me. 2364. TNG, the neutral zone. There we go. That's an actual date. 2364. Enterprise D. Jean-Luc Picard departs Earth on the first mission to Farpoint Station. Right, there we go. So that's 2364. I think we should do 2363. So we getting started just before the Enterprise starts bungling about space. 2363. Yes. And we'll make it 2360. Oh, right, wrong way around. 2363. Right. And we'll make it, I don't know. 4005, and lots of numbers recurring. Nice, I like it. There we go. 400547. Captain's log. Stardate 400547. I've been enjoying a nice game of. There's a table in here for games. Games. Other tables, games. I remember it because I keep on thinking, I should use that one day. Time intervals, hazards, forms, radiation. Additional matrices. There we go. What were we playing? 11. Go. Nice game of Go with my chief science officer when we were directed to investigate star system. We were directed to respond to sugar. Which one are we going to do? Do we want to do Crater of a Destroyed Shuttle, or I think Ferengi are always funny, right? So let's do the Ferengi. To respond to and we need to enforce Federation law to an incident in the Akali star system, the site of a significant conflict in earlier years that resulted in the loss of what class? Miranda class vessel. Come over here. There you go. Now you can see me write as well as talking about writing. Loss of a Miranda class vessel. The USS emulation. Resulted in the loss of a Miranda class vessel, the USS emulation. We have heard directed to an incident. Apparently there is a vessel in the system interfering with the wreckage. USS emulation. The wreck had been stripped by the corps of engineers, of Starfleet engineers, and it was determined that moving the remaining vessel, the remaining superstructure would be of little value, so she was left to act as a monument to the hands lost on a sensor buoy was deployed to inform ships of the navigational hazard and of the vessel's proud history, right? Apparently, there is a vessel in the system interfering with the wreckage. We are to ascertain the situation and apply laws as required. Right? Cool. Stargate? No, not Stargate. It's a different show. I suppose. Suffice to say, I did not finish the game of Go. Full stop. Right. There we go. Appendices 2 through 4. What's in appendices 2 through 4? Doesn't bother giving us a page, because why would you give us a page? Why would you give us a page, anybody? Why would you do that? Allies and adversaries. Yeah, okay. 282, generating conflict. Well, so I mean, the captain of the Ferengi ship will be, scheming entrepreneur, right? A scheming entrepreneur. It's not how you spell it. Definitely not how you spell it. I always like it when the spell checker is so confused, but it's like I can't even. No, I don't know what you're trying to say, human. I don't know what you're saying, slime. Slimes don't need to know how to write. Slimes don't need to know. Do not need to know how to write. So, an upbringing for the captain, 1. On another species as well. I don't think that makes sense. 5. On an entertainment colony. Well, that would make sense. Raised on an entertainment colony. The most Ferengi of Ferengis. Goals, straightforward, make Latinum. Tactics, 19. No, I think probably more like the political manipulation. Because I mean, this is supposed to be, if we go back up, political enforced Federation law, right? So I think that they should be their political and economic, political and trade manipulation, right? Federation outlook, probably annoyed. Let's see if it gives us a good one. 4, blasé, condemning. Maybe. I mean, they have a condemning attitude of the Federation. This doesn't really use threat and momentum the same way the main game does, which is unfortunate, because I really need to figure out how to use momentum better in Star Trek Adventures. This is all fine. We know what Ferengi are. Beasts of the Galaxy creation. We don't need to worry about that. We do need to keep on remembering that we had what's it called? Can't remember. Oh yes, the subspace rupture into fluidic space. Has that happened to me before? I think it has. I think that happened on the other ship. I think that's the one that I rolled then. And I didn't think it was very exciting when I rolled it then. I suppose, I mean, really, in order to be excited by fluidic space, you need to have been excited by Voyager. And I wasn't. Wasn't at the time. Not now. Yeah, I know lots of people really like Voyager. I understand why. It's just not me. Number of notable systems in the sector. Well, I'm not doing a sector. I'm doing a star. I'm doing a single star. Doing a single system, not a yeah. So Stellar Mix 16, Class K. I don't know what a Class K planet is. Star is Class K. Class K, and it is a VI. Class K. Class K VI. This is what I got tied up on in what was that game called? Traveller. Stupid stars. Notable spatial phenomena table. In addition to the notable systems, I don't care about systems, we're not making a sector. System generation. Oh, okay. Number of planets. 7. 5. 5 planets. 5 planets. Modifiers for planet types. Okay. So -2 for a K class. You of course can't see the book. I mean, I'm sure that's probably inner worlds table, primary world table, outer world table. Notable world moons. I don't know if this is very important at the moment. But we could just do a quick roll on the planet types. So we've got an 8, which is hot. So class J, Jupiter. Convenient. Jupiter. Then 20 class L, K, or M. You could have just picked one, couldn't you, computer? L, K, or M. I don't know what any of the letters mean, so let's just go for K. Class. I know what M is, right? That's Earth. Class K. Primary world table 6. Class M. This is quite an exciting system. There must be inhabitation here somewhere. Outer worlds 10. Class J. And then finally 6. Another class J. Lots of big old gas giants in this star system. Civilizations. Okay. I think that's probably just like enough basic information for now. I mean, so something else that I always have a problem with is the 15 scene structure in this. But, you know, we'll see. I don't think we're going to go with 15 scene structures because reasons. Let's go to conflict generation. No, let's go to where are we going to? Captain's log. No, we're going to... Oh, no, this is plain captain's log. We're going to go to... I also think the 3-act structure just isn't very good. The journey. The continuing missions. The creative process. Where's the thing? There we go. Camo. So, narrate to a task, roll the dice, determine the impact, narrate to an outcome, repeat until the mission is finished. It's kind of like, yeah, okay. Then it talks lots about scenes, and I've never been good with scenes, as you well know. The cutaway scene. But I want to go grab a can of Coke, so I'll be back in a second. Nice to be back. What I need is just, I've said this before, the biggest problem in moving from a headset microphone to a fancier microphone. I remember I sat the other day and someone was like, oh yeah, you can survive on a $200 microphone for a little while, but eventually you'll want to upgrade. I'm like, survive? Upgrade? I upgraded to a $200 microphone. What on earth are you talking about? How much do you need to spend on a microphone? Clearly more than $200, apparently. I was like, that's an awful lot of money. Does it float? Because if it does, I'm sold. Because that's what I need. I need a microphone like a drone microphone that will just hover where it's needed, as opposed to me having to faff about and have an arm in the way of everything. It's like maybe if I... So then it would still be way, right? Even if I put it over on the other side of my desk, right? Even if I put it over there, right? So the microphone came this way, as opposed to what it's currently doing at the moment, which is going that way. So if you kind of imagine that it basically goes in front of wherever I try and put my keyboard and mouse. At the moment, because it's easiest to put, that's the easiest way to get it here. But maybe a real pain in the ass there is then I wouldn't be able to easily get my monitor out of the way of a TV. It's all a nightmare, I tell you. All a nightmare. Right. Anyway, enough of me moaning about physics for all intents and purposes. Let's get back to the ship. So I reckon the opening scene will be the USS Penrose. I can't remember what she was doing when I decided I was going to call the ship the USS Penrose, but I was clearly in the midst of enjoying some of her silliness, whatever it may have been. So yeah. Cool. Let's open this can of Coca-Colas. It's the last one. Let's taste that delicious taste of freedom. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's okay. I had a giant crusty kebab for dinner. So, I mean, already at 1 foot of a grave today. Except, it might have real work next week, so that'll be good. Right, so I reckon the opening scene will be the USS Penrose arriving at the site of the USS emulation to find that it is missing. Right, so she's like, Sir, we're at the location, and we run sensors. What's going on? And they're like, she's not here, sir. And she and Captain Dovo, ow, or fiddlesticks, smashed the mobile phone against the thing. Hovo. I don't like that name. I think I rolled it originally for a completely different species, and not for... I think I'm going to change it now. 1 second. Let's just go back to here, and we'll change it up. She's an Orion, right? Orion, random name generator. Orion names. Get names. They only seem to have single names. They don't seem to have very great names. Okay. I don't like that one. We'll have this one. Hishu? Sounds like a cat. Here I am, berating the poor thingamajiggy. Browser. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna. No, we're not detecting her. But can you detect anything in the system? And I reckon that'll be a roll, right? Probably a sensors and science roll. She's also got the advanced sensor suite. So what does the advanced sensor suite give her? Sorry, I can't help but think of and refer to spaceships as mothers and partners and other safety bringers. Do you want to simplify ship combat? Probably, because I want to simplify all combat, because I hate combat. There was a thingy the other day asking whether or not people preferred role-playing, storytelling, combat, or dungeon crawling. Now, I would have reworded that with the 3 pillars, right? Do I prefer exploration, combat, and role-playing, right? Those being the kind of like 3 pillars of role-playing. Most role-playing games. I, of course, my order would be I like exploration the most. Then I like role-playing, and I despise combat. Despise it. At least for the way it's implemented in most systems. What was I looking for again? Yeah, ships enhancements. Choosing ship talents. Advanced sensor suite. The sensors vessels are among the most sophisticated and advanced available in Starfleet. That's not very useful to me, is it? It's not very useful at all. So, list of ship talents. Below is a list of talents. Definitions. Remember, in some cases, you will note that some technology is not available. Blah, 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 blah. Where are tasks? I can't remember how to do tasks. Well, I thought it was just 2d20 and get below the combination of numbers, but apparently not. What do talents do? Yeah. Choose starship talents. By now, you've chosen your vessel type. You may select desired talents below. If a ship has a talent applies to the current task, and you roll equal to or below the ship's department number, immediately roll on the advantage matrix. All right, okay. Why is the science department so rubbish on this ship? We'll use con instead. So we're looking to get under sensors 10, con 2, 12. So we want to get under 12. Oh my word, we rolled a 1 and an 11. Well, there we go. That's a boon, isn't it? After complaining about that, so we get an advantage. Ooh, what advantage do our sensors bring us? Double what advantage, and we gain a point of momentum, right? This game you can only get 1 point of momentum. Okay, momentum spends. I'm not talking about momentum spends. I want advantages. That's what I want. Not encounters, not conspiracies, not first contact. We want advantages and complications. That's what we want. 4. Pardon me. Remember your training. An aspect of Starfleet training pops into your mind that inspires you to work harder, faster, or more efficiently in the current situation. Let's just make a note of that. I kind of presume these are things that we're supposed to do immediately. So we did a perform sensor scan of the surrounding system, rolled a 11 and a 1, so we gain 1 momentum, and what was the other thing that happened? Oh yeah, we gained advantage, Remember your training. One moment. Also, let's have a quick look at the map for a second. Where are... I think that's for Ferengi, right? Is that for Ferengi? Because that's for Klingons, that's for Romulans, that's for Cardassians. Is that, that's for Ferengi, I suppose? That's for Dominion. No one cares about that. No one cares about this corner. This corner is useless. Okay. Okay. Of course, I said all that whilst you couldn't see it. Sorry. Oh, fiddlesticks. I don't want that. And I don't really want that. What I should do is show you this. Sorry. There you go. So I was looking at this. So I'm pretty sure that's for Ferengi. Then Cardassians. Klingons. Romulans. Stuff up there. Dominion. No one cares about this quadrant. Delta Quadrant. Although I've got the book coming, I think. I ordered the... I basically bought all the Discovery stuff, despite the fact that I don't like Discovery. I keep trying to like Discovery, but I just can't. I just don't enjoy it. It's just not very interesting. And again, this is another one where people turn around and go, "Oh, it gets better later," and we're like, "How does it get better?" And they're like, "Oh, well, it's like the old ones." And I'm like, well, that's not what I want. I want something new and interesting. I know. I sound like an awful human being, but I try. I really do try. Right. Okay, so we got a success on a roll. The success on a roll thinks for the captain. Captain, we're able to detect warp signatures. A warp signature. It's got. We're able to detect several warp signatures. Heading out of system recently. How fast are they going? I mean, we got a good roll. It looks like they're going at like warp 4. Warp 5. Looks like they're moving at warp 5 along a constant course. Course, sir. Okay, so let's set in a heading and we'll follow them. Warp 8. Ensign on the thingy. Warp 8 ensign. So yeah, like I say, that's the next expected scene. Now, I gotta say, the spaceship not being there, a bit of a surprise. So we're going to push that up to 6 on the chaos factor. Expected scene. We arrive to find the unidentified. We arrive to find the ships towing the USS. What do we call it again? Emulation. That's our expected scene. Let's see if we get it. Scene alteration to chat. 8. Scene arrives, proceeds as normal. Right, so we arrive. I'm kind of thinking that there's a Ferengi cruiser, Ferengi big ship. I wonder what I can't remember. Ferengi cruiser, Ferengi heavy cruiser, supported by 4 assorted bulk not transports, bulk freighter vehicles, right? Freighter ships. Right? That feels kind of Ferengi. Who do we think operate the other ships? For random, I kind of have an image of potential potential species, polities that could be working with anyone almost could be working with the Ferengis at the moment. Locations by theme, political, 15 to 16. Yeah, I mean we got a really weird role with our political, with that whole enforcing Federation law. I mean, the pretty dumb, thingamajig. Yeah, but having the Federation enforcing Federation law instead of anything interesting and then roll in nonsense. But we are where we are, and where we are is we've got a point of momentum in our pocket, and we'll just use well, we're going to ask Google first. Aliens that work with the Ferengi. Appendices, government, religions, ethics, contacts with humanity, origins, nonsense. I don't think there's anything particularly compelling here. No, okay. We could just use Packleds. They do make for generic Packleds. They have the freighters are staffed by a mix of Orions, Packleds, unaligned humans, and some other big stompy folks. Right? That's what we're dealing with on the other ships. But they are, as noted, just bulk ships, not yeah. Sorry, I've accidentally got the other one up. Right, so we've found these ships, right, and they've got the freighters. The freighters have the USS emulation in tractor beams. And we're going to go raise communications, and we're going to hail those ships. Says Captain. What are we called now? Captain Hishu. Goes raise those vessels on comms. And her plan is that she's going to talk to them and attempt to understand what on earth is going on, right? So we're going to give her a roll on her control presence. We're going to give her a roll on presence and oh goodness. Her con's only 2. This is all supposed to be about law. That's not going to go well, is it? Yeah, so on her insight con. Well, no, to find out what's going on initially, she's going to go presence, con. Yeah. Presence command. Go on. We'll give her a chance to start off with. Oh, well, didn't need to give her a chance. She rolled an 8 and a 5. She's also got oratory. So I reckon that means she got an advantage off of the thing, right? Because I reckon that focuses work the same as talents, as ship talents, I would predict. In this, because normally they let you do thingy-majig. So let's roll for an advantage. 18. Critical evidence, either by discovering information about a mystery or recovered data drive or fossilized. Okay, so we got critical evidence off the back of this. So, okay. Critical evidence. Let's just note that Hishu requests hail of the ship, and for Ferengi captain responds, Starfleet. It's always a pleasure to meet you whilst we are going about our honest and faithful operations. How may I be of service today? And Hishu is like, you seem to have something that belongs to us. And I don't know whatever do you mean? I can't seem to see anything that's yours. Please enlighten me. And the USS emulation. It's a Federation. What's the word? I don't know. It's a Federation monument to the dead. I'm afraid we with no idea what you're talking about. All we have is this perfectly legitimate salvage that we have found in an unclaimed system. And she's like, it's a known neutral area that according to the rules of acquisition, 217, any ship found in the process of fruitful exchange of trade should be considered the property of the finding party. And they have a brief back and forth on this before. My time here is short, and he cuts off the communications. So critical evidence. So there was some kind of critical. We'll just need to put some stars next to it, right? And we got a 5 and a 6, I think it was. Yeah. So yeah, we got a 5 and a 6, which gave us the advantage. It would give us another point of momentum, but we've already got a point of momentum. She leans back in her seat after the exchange, and of course, the people that are important turn and look at her to see what she's going to do, and she's gonna she is going to ask the science officer to get all information. Please, can you get me all of the information we currently have on Ferengi law, salvage law, and and our own records on Federation salvage, Federation monuments in conflicted space. The first officer, of course, Captain, right away, and they potter off to find out anything that they know about said topic. And I think they're probably going to go. We should probably go to the where's the right table? I'm just flicking through the wee book at the moment. Yeah, let's flick through the book. We need the which table was it wanted? Not the hit matrix. Is it before this? No, not before this. Additional matrices. No, not here. Where is it gone? Why have they eaten my table? Locations, species, generating random threat spends. We've not built up any threat yet. We keep on smashing it. Where'd it go? Come on, where's that daft table? I just want... No, you know what? When push comes to shove, just ask the Fate Oracle. That's what we're going to do. Back to the browser. Do we... does the what should we call it? Does the what should we call it? Not what should we call it? Does the science officer find anything useful in the records? Question mark. To chat. 44. Yes, and it's a random event. Close it. No, that's a rubbish random event. I don't have any threads to close. Okay, wait, hold on. So, right. Maybe this is what happens. So this is because it's just so spot on, right? Close a thread. So if we presume that the thread that we had open is that we were looking to return the USS emulation to where it comes from, right? And we just got to close a thread and release vehicle. So that sounds like, for some reason, the freighters deactivate their tractor beams off of the emulation, and instead they lock their tractor beams onto the USS Penrose, right? And so the Penrose and the Penrose vibrates violently as the 4 high-powered tractor beams lock onto the ship. She's currently got her shields down because, wasn't expecting to get into too many fisticuffs, and the conversation wasn't particularly hostile. And yeah, okay, so that's what's happened, right? The bulk freighters detach the USS emulation, and suddenly fix their tractor beams on the Penrose. Right? Goodness, Penrose, why are you always so much trouble? Right. 1 second. Oh, there we go. So they've fixed their tractor beams on the Penrose, and I guess at this point you've got to go. Probably should go to one of my other ships for a second. Which one? The Venture? I think I need to go to the Venture. I need to go here. I want to take you, and yeah, there we go. I want to take you. And if we come back to the Penrose, and we paste you, and we make you a bit smaller, and we go red alert, right? One thing that I need to do, because I play quite a bit of come back here. I play quite a bit of Star Trek Adventures, badly, generally. But I've found a site that has like loads of sound effects off of shows, and I've got to load all those into a soundboard so that we can have a nice red alert sound and a pew 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 pew, the right pew 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 sounds, and the right photon torpedo sounds, the right shrink of doors and all that kind of stuff, right? So that's something that I need to load into this instance. But I've got my wee red alerts. Is it red alert? I mean, they're not shooting at us, but we're going to red alert. Can you raise shields whilst there are tractor beams on you? Interesting question. Star Trek, can you raise shields when a tractor beam is on you? While a ship is caught in the tractor beam, it cannot raise its shields. Right, there we go. That's going to be a challenge for them then, isn't it? Oh dear. So just a note, just in case we forget at some point. When tractor beams are attached, you cannot raise shields. Right. And she's like, what on earth's going on? And also the result is 44. So I think that yes, we managed to. Yes, we found useful information, but yes, we found useful information. But it may not matter, right? We did find critical evidence. Oh. Okay, we found critical evidence, and yet she's raised. I feel like this is a new scene, right? When the tractor beams come on, scene, new scene, expected scene, right? Expected scene. We raise the Ferengi, and they gloat about no longer needing that old hunk of junk, right? Now they've got this big spaceship. Let's test the scene. And I reckon scene's got pretty ropey. Scene operation. Roll. 1. That doesn't sound good. Scene was altered. I don't find altering scenes anywhere near as exciting as I like the random scenes, but I know the Ferengi captain transports onto the bridge, right, with their two of their large pack-led allies, right? The Ferengi captain beams onto the bridge with their two pack-led bodyguards. And yeah, it appears on the ship. Oh, look at my brand new acquisition. Oh, wonderful. Oh, I'm glad that you brought this wonderful ship to me. Very, very nice. Look at it. Oh, all shiny, and you've got wood paneling. Ah, he's kind of walking around, kind of touching stuff and looking at it as they're all like, what on earth are you doing on my ship? Your ship, I think you'll find it's my ship. You're stuck out here in the middle of space, and we are kindly taking you back to Ferengi, where we will sell your ship to the highest bidder, and no doubt take great care of yourselves. What a wonderful day. I thought I was just going to get some scrap, but instead an entire spaceship. Wonderful. I've never been so happy in my entire life. You Federation types, so silly. And he's like, she's just very annoyed by this. If you don't get off my bridge, I'll have security escort you off my ship. I don't think you want to do that. And he clicks his fingers, and the ship starts to rock as the captain, the transports are attempting to pull us in 4 separate directions. And she's like, okay, we get it. You can have a click of your fingers. You're able to put us into quite the conundrum. So, what is it you want? Well, I've already got everything I want. What else could I ever possibly want? Here, I've got a brand new spaceship. I've got lots of willing volunteers who we can auction off at market. It's a wonderful, wonderful time. Yes, I've never had such a wonderful time, to be frank. Yes, I'll be expecting you all to, just sit around and wait for us to get you to spaceport. And she goes, well, I mean, won't it take ages for your 4 ships here to tow an Excelsior class ship? Surely you'd much prefer it if we supported your endeavors and followed you. Starfleet, do you think I'm an idiot? You would do no such thing. You would immediately attempt to escape, and all of my efforts would have gone for naught. No. I think we'll just slowly tow you away. Yes, it's been a pleasure, Starfleet. I'll be sure to be back soon. And he teleports off the ship. And she turns around to her science officer, and she presses a little buzzer to get in touch with the chief engineering. All senior staff to my what was it? It's not very to conference room 1. She stands up, straightens out her uniform, and heads out the turbo lift. And the science officer follows her, and she turns around and goes, Lieutenant, Lieutenant Yang, you have the con. Yes, sir. And, the lieutenant kind of steps up from their seat and sits down there in the captain's chair. Lieutenant Yang. So we're all sat around the table. So ideas. Well, it seems with options, we could disrupt the transport. We could attempt to disrupt the tractor beams. Says the head of engineering. So at some point we need the head of engineering. We have chief science officer. We've got head of security. We don't need the doctor. But we do have a head of medical. Chief surgeon. Head of security. Who else do we have? I think that's it. That's all the important people. Engineering, science, security, medical, captain. Yeah. Donk. Badonk. One of the problems that I have with some of the random tables is that it's like they don't have just a random table of Federation species, right? Bit annoying. But, well, it'll do. Pardon me. Double trouble. Multi-stream. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Multi-stream. Well, in order to... We could... we could interrupt with the tractor beam by sending an inverse positronic pulse through the hull. We could send a inverse positronic magnetic pulse through the hull plating. Correct. ... Is that a possibility? It sounds pretty convenient, she says. We'd have to do some research into the ship's the ship's harmonic frequencies for their tractor arrays, right? Need to do some research into the harmonic field emitters on the bulk freighters to see if we could identify a weakness. Very, very, very interesting. I'd like you to investigate those options. Security. If they beam on board, I want us to be ready for them and more than able to put up a fight. Also, are the... that's another question, right? Do shields need to be down to activate the tractor beam? Can you use tractor beam with shields up? Shielded targets can be tracted with a powerful enough beam, but shields make the ship slippery. Ability tractor beams. I think they can be used whilst your shields are up, right? That would make sense. I'm pretty sure they can. I'm certain. I'm not certain. If I was certain, I wouldn't have checked, right? But I reckon, So all the freighters have their shields up, and the USS Penrose has her shields down. So we can't transport onto the hostile ships, at least whilst their shields are up. Is there something we could do about that? Head of security. I could take we could attempt to make one of our shuttles impervious to detection, and then using only thrusters, get onto kind of hop onto one of the enemy freighters. Investigate that option for us, head of security. We could try and get a ship. We could try. So first off, we need. I want head of security to secure the ship and be ready. For borders. Be ready for boarding, and I want to see. And then pursue options for getting a shuttle onto one of those transports, one of those haulers, freighters. What I want to call them? I don't know. The medical be ready for casualties. I've got a feeling got a feeling this could get rough. And then also, I think they're gonna go. It's possible that we could come up with something that could incapacitate people on a ship if we were able to board it, and we could have them all, fall unconscious, right? May be able to create something to capacitate enemy crews with minimum threat, right? Okay. So that's some suggestions. And she's going, sounds good. Make it so, she says. Right. Now, when someone could have told me this, right? Whilst I was there looking desperately for the probability matrix. It's right there. Yeah, come back. There we go. Right, very good. So, save that for a second. So we're going to send off our wee folks. They're going to go and do the do, looking for options, and then we're going to. What do we think the next scene looks like? Because we're not going to. So they've activated. We're starting to head off in the direction of Ferengi again. We're probably going like warp 5 still. And the other ship is probably thinking, this is all going quite well. So the question is, does the head of engineering and the science officer figure out anything useful using the sensors, right? Let's give the ship a roll, right? So we already know our sensors. Our sensors are good, but unfortunately, our ship does not go with greatest discipline levels. So where are you? There she is. Come here, Penrose. The Penrose has sensors of 10 and science. Oh well, we're using science of 1, engineering of 4. Our head of science isn't very good, but our engineer is very good. We'll use engineering to do the test. Yeah. So that's to do the scan, I suppose, is the science one, right? So we have to do science and sensors. So that's 11 or below. And there's a 7. So that's a successful roll. We do, in fact, detect a frequency in the enemy, in the freighters, which we can exploit. Now, does the engineer manage to convert that into something usable without effort? A 5. That's a yes, and we don't have anything advanced engineering, so that's just a 5. So that's a success. So we have managed to configure we're going around kind of like attaching big old kind of like spidery mechanical things into the hull plating, the hull armor plating, which will activate the pulse, right? Now, do Do the Ferengi get suspicious that we've not done anything yet? Probably. No. So remember, yes answers become less likely, more likely. Yes answers become more likely as... I think that's how it works. I forget this every time. Every single time. I think yes answers become more likely the higher the chaos rating. No answers become less likely, right? So I think do the Ferengi get suspicious of the crew? Question mark. I think it's likely. 90. No. Okay. They're blissfully ignorant and are fully believe that the crew are not up to anything at all. So what we're going to do is we're going to activate the hull plating, I suppose. And the hull plating activates. And does the hull plating... Do some of the tractor beams remain active? Question mark. Fake question. I think it's likely again. 63. Yes. Okay. So some of the beams have remained active. Let's say 2 out of the 4 ships' beams have remained active, and they're all a bit surprised, I suppose, at this moment. Now, I think that the immediate solution should be the Penrose. Captain Hishu is going to order the Penrose to fire phasers at the tractor emitters of the 2 freighters. Right, and our question is this going to work? We'll use her roll. So we'll use her security, or shall we use the ship's security? Hold on, ship's weapons 8 and security 2, 10. It just only seems fair to roll off of that. I do think it's funny, but where's the dividing line between the two? Oh dear. But this is the first roll that we would have failed, but we do have a point of momentum, right? So we're going to spend that point of momentum. Go on. Shoo! We spend the point of momentum. But what's happened here? We've spent the point of momentum. Shields have gone up. We've pew-pewed the tractor beams off of those 2. But something about the shield harmonic interference with the universe has led to a tear in subspace, right? So, yes, 2 remained attached, but we phasered them with the phasers. And they in turn, we phased them with phasers, and they lost their hold on us, and then re-raised shields. The shields up, she goes. The moment the tractor beams go down, but a rip in subspace appears to have occurred. Well, okay, right. So phasers, in fact, are powerful enough if they destroy one of the 2 freighters, right? And clear something on board of a freighter was wild, right? So one it appears to have occurred when one of the freighters explodes. It was clearly carrying a bit more than standard supplies, right? And now there's this hole in subspace just opening up, and we're all sat there going, hell. And it's 8:45, so I'm going to wrap up there. We've got an adventure going and finish it next year. It's obviously a two-parter, right? Clearly. Shall we do the next scene? Let's do the next scene. Go on. Expectation. The Ferengi ship heads into the subspace rip, looking to claim it for the Ferengi. Are they an empire? Ferengi Empire. So that's what we expect to happen. I reckon chaos factor's gone up. Feels like it probably has. Let's have a look and see. 2. Interruption event. 22. NPC action. Antagonize. Outside antagonism. An external antagonist. Okay, so as the Ferengi ship heads towards the hole in subspace, a strange alien vessel emerges from the hole without a W. Hole in subspace. And that is the next scene. And that'll be where we're starting next week. So, it's been a pleasure, humans. I enjoyed every second of it. And, tomorrow we'll be doing PBTA stuff. So that'll be exciting. We'll be rummaging around in dungeons using the location crafter the location crafter and the monster crafter, because that was quite fun. We'll come back to this next week. We've got, so the way it's looking at the moment, we've got Fading Suns on, if we start from Monday, right? Cyber Generation. I'm enjoying Cyber Generation. Then Traveller? No, then it was OSR, right? I might do something else on Tuesday. Not sure. Traveller Wednesday. Fading Suns Thursday. Star Trek on Friday. And then probably PBTA on Saturday. Cool. And I might play a computer game on Sunday. We don't know. Who knows what I'll do. But that was fun. The USS Penrose. What a ship. She's going to be great. That was funny, right? I thought the rolling that interrupt of the NPC action of the thread ending. Normally I'd be like, that makes no sense, but that was like the most making sense thread end I've seen. And then being captured by them. That was funny. And now, the bad guys coming out of fluidic space. I'm sure it'll be fine. Anyway, if you like Star Trek and you do solo play, I do recommend Captain's Log. And I recommend playing it with the rules in the book, not just what I'm doing, which is using Mythic. But I like Mythic. I think it's a great solo engine. And they seem to be going together quite well, right? I only really need to get rid of one conceit from Star Trek Captain's Log, and it fits in quite nicely, which is the what's it called? The whole scenes resolution, doing 15 scenes nonsense. That's just because I'm really bad with scenes, really. That's kind of it. Anyway, cool. Well, I hope you have a wonderful Friday. I'm going to go see if there's someone exciting streaming and watching them to give them the love and respect that they deserve. And, have fun. Enjoy your day and enjoy your weekend.